Hello, everybody. Be Vicious here. It is September 23rd, 2015. This is a video that I wanted to put up a while ago, but I actually couldn't because this album was not on Spotify up until I'm not sure when it was actually put up, but I finally saw it was put up today, so I finally got my chance to listen to Five Finger Death Punch's new album, Got Your Six. I've only listened to it once, so just putting that out there to begin with. But a brief introduction about me and where I came to find Five Finger Death Punch. I first heard and saw them on Rock Band with their song Burn It Down. They released it through the Rock Band network. And I really enjoyed that song, so I picked it up, downloaded it. I downloaded it and played it and enjoyed it a lot. So I listened to the rest of that album and really liked their album War Is the Answer, as well as the one that predicated it and followed that. I enjoyed The Way of the Fist and American Capitalist. After that, though, to me, Five Finger Death Punch's sound, they had the Wrong Side of Heaven, The Righteous Side of Hell, Part 1 and Part 2, the double album they released a few years ago, and that, to me, kind of destroyed the sound of Five Finger Death Punch for me, because it's not like it's bad, it's just they made an entire double album where literally just everything sounded pretty much the same. There was no real variation or nothing outside of the box, and it was just yeah. So going into this album, I'm sitting here going, well, I really hope it's not like that again, because to me, I enjoy Five Finger Punch. I've seen it twice live, and I Five Finger isn't really. They've never been a band known for their lyricism, just like Bullet My Valentine. But I will say that at points, I feel with Ivan Moody's lyrics that sometimes they are just really like, yeah. But so going into Got Your Six, I was sitting here going, I don't really expect much. I feel like I'm going to get more of the same Five Finger Death Punch that you've heard before. Uh, same sounding guitar, same sounding drums, same sound, the vocals are going to be the same, and unfortunately I was right. This album is fairly, you know, it's fairly basic, nothing, it was predictable most of the way through it. I was just, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to, you could already tell, and it's just, I enjoy it, but after a while, it's gotten to the point where I'm just no, I'm over this sound. I enjoy, your early, those two three works, but after that, it's been time to, start adding some pieces to what your sound is. I understand the whole philosophy. If it's not broken, don't fix it. But sometimes you just want, at least you don't have to change your sound, but just add something to it to make a song that's purposely different than the rest. To have some sort of experimentation. It's the same thing. It has been the same thing from the beginning to their end, and it just, to me, I, it's not doing it for me anymore. I used to like it. I mean, I still like the first three albums. Don't get me wrong. It's just that there's I'm just sitting. I was sitting. I was on a hour and a half car ride, which is where I listened to the album, and I was just sitting there going, "Heard this before. Heard this before. Heard this before. This is gonna happen. It happened. This I heard this before." There's just, you don't really mix up the sounds. You hear the same vocal melodies, or the same things he'll dip with his voice and go, "Oh," he'll do. You hear a bunch of the same things in their music, and ultimately, I think it was because this wouldn't have been so bad. I'm not saying it's bad, but this wouldn't have been. I wouldn't have not enjoyed myself as much more for that double album, because the double album, that it was a lot of music and it was a lot of the same thing, and because there was a lot of the same thing, you're just like, okay, I do want to hear a little something different than that, please. And just unfortunately, this album doesn't really cut it. There's some, there's some songs here and there that are, they piqued my interest and I enjoyed a little bit, but nothing that really got me pumped up and ready to just attack the world like their first. Like War Is the Answer was their best album, but in my opinion. But I just don't think that I don't think this is a band that they need to mature as musicians. Maybe they could benefit from one of those hiatuses that so many bands seem to be doing now, and coming back, such as Atreyu and Disturbed. But for now, Got Your Six is just a disappointment to me. I'm not too thrilled about it, and really not going to listen to it much more because it's just I've heard this before. So I'm going to go ahead and give this album a 6.5 out of 10. It's it's not bad. If you enjoy Five Finger Death Punch's sound, if that has not gotten old to you, you will enjoy this album. But for me, it's just I've heard this a ton from the same band. It's time for something new. It's time to step outside of your comfort zone a little, guys, because this is just you've done this already. So with that being said, what is your opinion on Got Your Six? What's your opinion of Five Finger Death Punch in general? What do you think of my review? Do you like it, hate it, disagree, agree? These are all things that I would love to have a conversation with you guys. So if you just want to comment in the box below your opinion, we can have a little discussion. Please subscribe, as there will be more music reviews as well as several other bits of content as well. So with that being said, have a great day.